What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince and I'm an urban acolyte, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Captain Phasma. So yesterday afternoon, Anthony Breznican over at Entertainment Weekly tweeted out an article. In the article we saw some still shots from the Captain Phasma limited series comic book that is coming out in the fall. I think it's going to start in September. And in the first issue, we're going to see how Captain Phasma got out of that trash compactor that Finn and Han Solo and Chewie put her down at the end of The Force Awakens, after she dropped the shields to Starkiller Base so that the Resistance could begin their attack on the base, which eventually led to its destruction. Now, we know that in Episode 8, we're going to see Captain Phasma. I'll say we're going to see the Captain Phasma that people were hoping to see in Episode 7. I talked about this in at least 2 other videos, that Captain Phasma was never going, well, I won't say never. Captain Phasma originally was not going to be a big character. Captain Phasma had a cool name. Captain Phasma was not originally going to be a woman. Gwendolyn Christie being cast as Captain Phasma is what made Captain Phasma a woman. On top of that, the chrome stormtrooper armor for Captain Phasma was a concept design that was going to be used for the Jedi killer who became Kylo Ren. So catch those other 2 videos that I've done on Captain Phasma if you want more background on her. Anyway, now in Episode 8, a lot of things in Episode 8 were based on fan reactions to The Force Awakens. Fleshing out the story of Captain Phasma is something that they're going to have to do in the books and the comic books. We may have seen Captain Phasma's true face in the Poe Dameron comic book. I've been keeping a close eye to see if this, Commander Malarus, this woman, this tall blonde woman with muscles who has a red eye and a black eye, which is really weird, I believe could be Captain Phasma in plainclothes uniform. The Captain Phasma stormtrooper persona could be some alternate identity or something that was created as part of the stormtrooper training protocol. We'll have to wait and find out. Like, is there this woman who has an administrative position, and then this other position is this drill sergeant person who's going to be leading some kind of elite group of stormtroopers in Episode 8, and then the personal vendetta against Poe Dameron, likely against, well, I won't say Poe Dameron, probably against Finn, as I believe in the teaser trailer we saw Captain Phasma storming the Resistance base on Dakar, right? Those are things we'll have to look forward to, but I wanted to talk about how I think Captain Phasma is going to get, how Captain Phasma got freed, right? Now, based on the shots that I saw, it looks like that trash compactor was destroyed during the assault, right? Chewbacca and Han Solo planning those charges, those thermal detonators that went off. They exploded after Han was killed by his son, Kylo Ren. That may have triggered something. If it wasn't that, then it was the actual bombing sweep when Poe and his group of X-Wing pilots were assaulting Starkiller Base. Something blew that trash compactor open. As people are starting to evacuate, Phasma is now free. Seeing the commotion and the chaos going on, she manages to get on a ship and get off of the base before the planet exploded. Now, the fact that this is going to be at least a 4-part series, it raises some questions, because we know that Episode 8 is going to pick up immediately where Episode 7 left off. But the question is there going to be a jump? Is there going to be a gap in time, right? And if we have a 4-part series, well, this could just be whatever Captain Phasma is doing from the time that she gets out of that trash compactor up until we pick up with Episode 8, and this is what's going on elsewhere. or there really will be a you know, maybe several weeks up to several months gap in time, and we see that the First Order has had a chance to plan and strategize and build up forces for their eventual attack on Dakar and their plans for the rest of the known galaxy, or I'll say the rest of the New Republic, now that there's no capital, there's no central hub. All the senators that were there, that were present, are gone, along with the New Republic fleet. Those are questions that I have. How much time is going to pass? How much time actually did pass? Because based on some of the novels, there's at least 4 written versions of The Force Awakens. At least a week to 10 days passed between the time that everyone returned from Starkiller Base to Dakar and the time that Rey left to go to Ahch-To to meet with Luke Skywalker. So during that 10-day period, Finn is in a coma. And the big question mark I have is, we didn't see Finn in that Bacta tank when Rey left, or if he did, it was open. If he was in it, it was opened. So I'm gonna say he wasn't in it yet. When we see the teaser, he's in it. So this is why I have this question about how much time. Is there gonna be a gap in time where we jump forward several days, weeks, months, years? Because I see Finn as being in this gestational period where his body is recovering, and that could potentially speed up him having some kind of awakening to the Force, because it's still not determined, yes or no, if Finn is a child of the Force. But those are questions that this Captain Phasma 4-part series will maybe help answer for me, right? How much time passes between episode 7 and wherever episode 8 is going to pick up, right? After we see what happens after Luke and Rey have their first conversation, their first meeting on Ahch-To, right? Is it just, we're going to see Rey training? Is there going to be some kind of training montage? And then, oh, this is 2 years later, this is 2 months later? Or is it just going to be boom, boom, boom? All of the events pick up next day and we just keep going from there. So those are things that I'll be looking forward to, along with learning more about Captain Phasma in September with the Captain Phasma book from Delilah Dawson that will give us the background story on Captain Phasma, and perhaps I will find out if she is or is not indeed this Commander Malarus, and we'll learn more about Captain Phasma as we move into our journey to the Last Jedi. But that's all I really got to say on this topic. But what do you guys think? One, do you think the Captain Phasma is Malarus? And are you looking forward to learning more about Captain Phasma, her background information, and whatever she's doing in between the time that we last see her getting thrown into that trash compactor and when we will see her next in The Last Jedi? So let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button so that you can take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Make the commitment to becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Also, continue to check out the channel. You should really check out the video that I did on Luke Skywalker a few days ago and the video I posted last night on Darth Vader. So check those out and let me know what you think. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. So thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you. Always.